When I first unboxed the adjustable weight bench branded as a utility workout bench with free installation designed for portable fitness, I was immediately struck by how compact and neatly packaged the unit appeared. Straight out of the box, the bulk of the bench was already pre-assembled, which took much of the intimidation factor out of what is often a 4-screw and an hour ordeal. Within 10 minutes, I had the seat and backrest secured, the adjustment pins clicked into place, and the bench standing solidly before me. From that moment on, it became clear that the designers had thoughtfully balanced ease of assembly with structural sturdiness, a dichotomy that many budget benches fail to reconcile. The first workout I tried was a classic flat bench press with my set of 25 and 35-pound dumbbells. As I lay back onto the dense foam padding, you can feel the difference between cheap, thin vinyl covers and a quality leatherette top filled with high-density foam. The bench felt surprisingly resilient. There was no creaking, no wiggling at the pivot points, and no questionable flex in the frame as I pushed the weights up and down. This initial test set the tone. Despite a modest price tag of $159, this bench owes more to mid-range models costing double the price than to the wobbly knockoffs you might find at a discount warehouse. One of the marquee features is the 7-position backrest, and I put it through its paces immediately. From fully flat to nearly vertical, the range of incline settings proved generous and precise. I hopped into an incline chest press, then dialed the angle down to about 30 degrees for incline flies, and finally moved it to a slight decline setting for core work. Transitioning between angles took only a moment. Pull the pin, rotate the backrest, release, and feel it click securely into place. At no point did the adjustment pin feel loose or slip under weight. It remained rock steady even when I added challenger loads of up to 90 pounds per dumbbell. Comfort also extends to the seat, which boasts similarly dense foam, while some benches skimp on the lower section, creating an awkward seesaw effect when you hinge the backrest. This model's seat is broad enough to support your glutes and hamstrings during decline exercises without forcing you off balance. My more extended leg days, where I used the bench for Bulgarian split squats and hip thrusts, were particularly telling. The seat did not shift underfoot, and the frame's footprint provided enough knee clearance to execute deep lunges without contacting the bench support bars. Portability and storage are crucial in my small apartment, and the bench shines here as well. When folded, it collapses to roughly 51.6 inches long by 13.4 inches wide and just over 11 inches tall, small enough to slide next to my sofa or stand upright in a closet. Folding and unfolding takes seconds, thanks to clever hinge design and a single central locking mechanism. The weight of the unit, just under 30 pounds, means I can pick it up and wheel it on its tapered rear feet without breaking a sweat, then tuck it away until my next workout. No product is perfect, of course, and there are some caveats. The bench does not include leg extension or preacher curl attachments, despite showing them in promotional images. If you want those functionalities, you'll need to purchase an aftermarket kit or modify the frame yourself. A few users have reported missing parts, particularly the adjustment pins, and though my unit arrived with all hardware present, it's wise to inventory your kit before you begin assembly. Should you find a missing piece, the manufacturer's promise of a 1-year frame replacement and 30-day pad warranty may offer reassurance, but it still interrupts your training schedule. Another point of contention is the lightweight nature of the bench. While portability is an advantage, the bench can shift slightly if you attach heavy resistance bands to the leg rod and perform banded leg curls or extensions. The frame's base lacks the wide footprint some heavier benches employ for maximal stability when using elastic resistance. I encountered this during a leg raise series. The entire unit would inch forward unless I placed a dumbbell on the rear stabilizer. It's a minor gripe, but worth noting for anyone planning to use bands extensively. I also tried a sequence of dumbbell rows and single arm presses, using the bench as a support platform. The backrest adjustment here proved invaluable. Setting it to a very slight incline created the perfect angle to brace my non-working arm when rowing. The dense padding prevented any shoulder blade pinching, and the overall bench height, just over 17 inches off the ground, matched standard commercial bench heights, so there was no need to modify my technique. I appreciated that the leatherette cover cleaned easily after sweaty sessions, with only a quick wipe needed to restore its fresh look. Durability over the first month of daily use has been excellent. The powder-coated steel frame shows zero scratches or paint chipping, despite being handled frequently and sometimes jostled when folded. The upholstery remains taut and free of cracks or tears. I even tested a few sets wearing heavy concentric grips, which can scuff softer bench covers, and saw no damage. The manufacturer's decision to invest in thicker gauge steel while still keeping the bench light seems to have paid off in dependability. Ergonomically, I found the 7 positions more than sufficient for a full body routine. From flat presses and chest flies, through incline rows and seated shoulder presses, to decline sit-ups and reverse crunches, the bench accommodates every major movement. It doesn't try to be a forge-fit bench with preacher curl pads or dual-leg developers. Instead, it focuses on core bench functions and executes them flawlessly. If you're already equipped with a selection of dumbbells or barbells and simply need a stable, adjustable platform, this bench integrates seamlessly into any setup. Value is perhaps the most compelling factor here. At $159, this bench undercuts many major brand adjustable benches by $50 to $100. Yet performs at a comparable level. Sure, it lacks flashy attachments and doesn't promise Olympic bar rests. You'll need a separate rack for that, but it fulfills its utility mandate with gusto. For anyone setting up a budget home gym or looking to augment an existing collection without breaking the bank, it offers a rare combination of stability, adjustability, comfort, and portability.